Hello everybody, this is Blossom from Tales Unfold, and today I have another video for you. So this time we talk about sensing energies. Let's dive in. Whenever we enter the subtle realms, we talk about energies. The detrimental energies, the healing energies, and everything in between. However you want to define those energies, they cannot be destroyed. They can also not be created from scratch. You take what is there and you transform and transmute it. That is what we talk about when we also direct and manipulate or modify energies. But that comes in another video. Today I really want to focus on, hey Gwynnie, today I really want to focus on sensing energies. Now we do have to ask ourselves, so a question might be, what is it good for, right? Why should I even start sensing energies? Why should I practice that? If you are able, Gwynnie, you are really on the edge here. You don't see him. Nah. So, if you are able to sense energies and to get a better feeling of all of it, right? You can communicate with stones, with plant spirits, with animals, with spirit, with the whole world around you. And it doesn't bombard you in that way if you gain a bit more control over it. If you're not really sure how it works, you know, in a lot of my videos I actually say to you, or I actually suggest that when you take a branch of a tree or you gather herbs or anything like that, that you should always ask permission. So, and if you get a strong feeling of, ooh, no, that's already you tapping into that energy field of the tree, for example. And those are usually quite clear. The no's are quite clear. Sometimes we don't really trust if we're a bit scared or unsure and uncertain, and then we don't know if it's a yes. If it's not a clear no, it's usually a yes. But again, usually, you know, it's sometimes muddy. That's why to practice the energy sensing, I think, is such an important step. No matter if you are a healer, a tarot reader, a witch, or just somebody who wants to step into the unseen worlds. Now, when it comes to sensing people, and that can be a bit more difficult, it would be so easy to get feedback, right? Oh, so I sense your energy is kind of off. Are you nervous? Are you angry? Are you super tired? And people usually do, no, I'm fine. You know, that's sad. But practice these things with somebody that you can really trust, that you are really open and honest with. Also, when somebody does that, you know, oh no, I'm fine, don't worry about it. Just say, okay, I understand you, Gwynnie. I understand that you don't want to talk about it, but I really have a strong feeling. Can you just confirm, or do you feel mad, sad, tired, nervous? You don't have to talk about it, and maybe you get then a real response. Now, energy sensing can feel different for everyone. It does not have to be a physical sensation, right? Some people will feel a tingling, a warm sensation, maybe super cold, maybe vibrating, maybe even like an electrical buzzing. But it doesn't have to be that. Sometimes it's just a knowing. Take, for example, tarot readers, right? So some do fan their cards out and then get just hover their hands above until they get a sensation, warm sensation, a tingling sensation, and they choose those cards. And others just shuffle and shuffle, and they just know when to stop. I also just shuffle and I just know when to stop. And at the beginning you question yourself, you know, many moons ago, but then that stops and you just, you know, you don't question it anymore because you are used to it, because that's how it works, you just know. So that can also just be a knowing other than a physical sensation. It is the same for Reiki, for example. At the beginning of my Reiki journey, my hands, it was fire. It was wild fire. It was uncontrollable, right? And they were burning up. And my guinea pig, when I laid hands on, right? And I used the first position of the eyes, right? Then he just asked me, can you not physically touch me because it's so hot? I feel like you burn my eyes, like lasering my eyes, right? And now I don't have that anymore. I might get a little bit warm, maybe, but it's not so uncontrolled anymore. And sometimes I don't even feel any warm sensation, and still I know it works. It just has in a way tamed, or is just more controlled, so it's not as wild. Or let's say, for example, in your home, if there is an energy shift happening, or in any way you had a fight, for example, right, and the energy shifts, you might not get a physical sensation, but it's a knowing, it's a feeling, it's just something a bit heavy on your chest. You might feel it somewhere in your body, a heaviness, or a healing enters, or a spirit, let's say angelic, right? For many this comes with a very nice smell. I also have that with Fae, that it actually a really flowery smell. It's a beautiful smell that enters then the home. You might start hearing things, a ringing, a light ringing, bells, something like that. So, you know, it is really different for everybody. Now, but when we come to the actual energy sensing now, how to start. And before you start your exercise of energy of energy sensing, I wish you could see him better. So if you start, the most important thing, ground and center yourself. That is something you have to, there's no way around that. And the first step is to gather your energy, your own personal energy in your center. For some, this is the heart area, other the solar plexus region, or for others again the lower belly region, right? I personally go with the heart as my center, and you pull all of that energy, all your energy into the center. You really like pull it all in and let it be there as a little ball of light, if that's what you want to envision, right? If that is something you want to visualize. Now, I also understand that not everybody is good with visualization. You can talk your way through it. I am now gathering all my energy into my center. This energy will appear as a ball of light. You can talk yourself through it if you have a hard time visualization with visualization. Now, if you're a bit like me and you had a lot of racing thoughts, what you can do is you have that burning ball of light in your center, right? And a lot of thoughts are coming up, chores, to-do list, blah, 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 blah. What I always like to do, this is just an extra, this is not, you know, it has actually nothing to do with energy sensing, just a little extra. You can imagine your thoughts coming out of your head as little tendrils. You have a bit of a Medusa thing going on, and then you pluck them out of your head, bring them into your center and let it burn away. Just like a little extra if everything is too distracting, right? Now, you have that ball of light in your center. Then move that ball through your body. Move it through your entire body if you like. You can move it through the legs, the feet, or whatever. And eventually you let that ball move through over your shoulder, upper arm, lower arm, into your hand. Maybe you feel something. Maybe you feel a tingling, warm. Maybe you don't. That's fine. Try it, keep trying. And then you start pushing that little energy ball out. Let it hover, just like so. Let it hover and pull it in again. And let it go in again into your center. And then you bring it back into your hand. Push it out a little bit and then in. Push it out and in. Push it out and in. And you can do that as long as you want to, as long as you can focus. And you can also then push it out a little bit higher up, a bit further and further, right? Now, when you do if you want to do that with your entire body, because you want to feel a room, what you can do is you imagine your energy from that energy ball, and tendrils, again the tendrils, are coming out and they're reaching out of your body. First, they will not be that far away from you, maybe like so, you know, like a little bit, so much, maybe even smaller, maybe larger. And sense the room, feel the room, the energy of the room, and then you pull them in again, and then you push out and you pull in again. Now with the hands you can do the same, of course. You can also imagine little tendrils coming out, and you can feel objects, little objects, or your doggy's paw. He doesn't want that. Don't feel my energy. Okay, and you can then have objects like, so for many they could be obviously a crystal, you know, if you want to know if it's good for you or not. So let these tendrils grow out, right, and form all around that crystal. I don't have one at hand now, and when I move, my dog is gonna toss everything over. And then you feel into it, and then you pull that energy into your center. Feel it here, feel it in your center or lower, and know how is the vibration, right, of that stone. You can do the same. You can start by having different glasses of water. So one glass with normal tap water, one glass with moon water, one glass with sun water. Feel the differences. Can you feel a difference? Is there anything different for you? You know, those, and that you can do with just holding it in your hand, letting the tendrils come out and feel into it, pull it into your body, and then you push it out again. And it's best to start really with those small objects in your hand before you move over to your body and feel out a room. You can't feel out more than a room. You can feel out entire spaces, really. You might be at a sacred site, at a holy well, at a beautiful spot in the forest, in the supermarket, in your own home. Can you feel if a spirit is approaching? You know, can you feel that somehow, that something is drawing nearer, and you pay more attention to that entire energy sensing. Now, this is an exercise that you can do in 5 minutes. This is an exercise that you can take half an hour for, depending on, you know, you are at this point, you are working with your own energy. You push and pull, you push and pull. That can be quite tiring. So when you are done with this exercise, bring the energy back into your center. Make sure that you clear out everything that is not needed. We talked about clearing techniques. You can find that, well, put it in the description box, I guess. And then you ground yourself again. So you bring that, the energy is all in your center. And from there, let it, push it out and let it flow through your entire body again. So it's not that concise there. And then the best thing you can do is to ground yourself, right? So roots down, pull up the energy. And this is just the exercise for energy sensing, just to feel it. Next time we talk about modifying, manipulating, and directing energy. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, or if I wasn't very clear about it, about something, then please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your world is kind. Much love, and bye.